Hello, world. Dennis Terry again, here to continue our racial healing segment. I would like to talk today about the movement Black Lives Matter. Just recently, you saw them painted in big bold letters in front of on the street, rather, in front of the White House, and many people don't understand. And I think today more people understand, but still many people don't understand um, some of the things they're striving for. But the basic thing that I take away from the resistance of that movement, when I say the resistance of a movement, you got people in this country who feel it shouldn't have it. And I think they don't understand what that movement represents. For me, it represents Black Lives Matter also. We're not saying that all lives aren't valuable. We're not saying that at all. We're not saying that one life is better than another life. We're not saying that. Okay, what is being said is that we should be treated equal like everyone else, and our lives do matter. Okay, case in point, I taught criminal justice for many years, and if you look at the criminal justice system, you will learn that when a white life is taken, the penalty is usually harsher than if a black life is taken. Okay? When a black person kills a white person, oftentimes over the years, the sentence was stiffer than if a white person killed a black person for the same offense. Now, where did we come from in order to know where we are now? Well, during slavery, if a slave master killed someone else's slave, it wasn't a punishment because that person took a life. It was punishment because that person took someone's property. And so that property had to be replaced, or money had to be given for it, or something to that effect. It wasn't because he was killed. And then when slavery ended, you had Jim Crow, and during the Jim Crow times, you had a lot of lynchings, and they oftentimes went unpunished. Okay, and you're saying that that life doesn't matter as much as a white life would matter in that same situation. Okay, and so therefore, I feel that if you take a life, period, whether it's a black life, a white life, a green life, a yellow life, a pink life, if you take a life, the same justice should be meted out. Now you're telling society that all lives matter. You're telling society, no, I'm not going to punish you more for taking one life than I would for another. Now, obviously, we have certain degrees of murder and manslaughter, and so therefore, if it fits under one of those categories, you can see the sentence being reduced if it's manslaughter versus murder. We're not saying that. We're saying if you're dealing with the same issue, the same two people did the same thing, and one got one sentence and one got another sentence, okay? That's what we're saying. We're saying that lives matter. So we should be yelling at the top of our lungs when a life is taken unlawfully or wrongfully, no matter what their skin color is. So this means not just from the perspective of whites killing blacks or blacks killing whites, it also means blacks killing blacks and whites killing whites. We have to value two lives. Let's say I was accused of murder. I have to value my life and think higher of myself, okay, than to go out and take someone else's life. And I have to also value that person's life. All right? If I value my life and say I'm not going to sit in jail and rot away or possibly executed, okay, and I'm not going to take a life, so now two lives aren't wasted. So when you talk about Black Lives Matter, don't look at it from a standpoint of intent, we're tending to saying that we're better than. Look at it from the standpoint of saying we're equal to. Okay, and when we don't treat people, we don't punish people equally, then you're going to have a racial divide. All right, you have people tend to think it's okay to put a knee on someone's neck, okay, and hold him down until he's lifeless, and then continue to be on his neck because that's status quo. Nothing's going to happen to me because his life isn't as valuable as mine. Okay, we should be yelling at the top of our lungs when something like that happens because it's wrong. But we also should be yelling at the top of our lungs when you have crime in the same ethnic group against each other when it's senseless. Okay, when you murder someone, okay, whether that person, and once again, is black, white, green, or yellow, we should be crying out the same way. And I would like to see justice for everyone. I would like to see everyone's lives, okay, valued and not be taken. But if and when they are taken, you should mete out the same punishment across the board. Don't look at the person's skin color. Don't look at the person has money or not have money, okay? You mete out the punishment as is due. Let the jury decide. And I know you say, well, the jury may not be fair, etc., but just do your part, okay? That's up to the jury. Just do your part as far as charging the person and prosecuting the person to the fullest extent of the law, okay? I hope that this video helped, and I guess understanding what many of the people in the Black Lives Matter movement are asking for, and many other movements over the years, okay? It has come to a head. It is something that society is not willing to tolerate anymore, and it's beautiful to see all of the ethnic groups out protesting, supporting Black Lives Matter, because we now are starting to understand that if one life doesn't matter, neither will mine down the road. Okay, and so therefore, if you have an open heart and you want to support, okay, justice, you can now understand maybe a little bit better where the Black Lives Matter movement is coming from. Have a blessed day, and see you in the next segment.